Another Tuesday. You loose. Kind genius on the beat. Shake Dizzy. If you take a walk through my city, take a look right now. I'ma show you this is what it look like. If you make a stop around the country in every hood right now, I'ma show you this is what it look like. If you take a walk through my city, take a look right now. I'ma show you this is what it look like. If you make a stop around the country in every hood right now, this is what it look like. This is what it look like. City, homie, this is what it look like. Man, let it free, homie, this is what it look like. Black and can't breathe, homie, this is what it look like. This is what it look like. This is what it look like.
Yo.
Yo.
You hearing me? You seeing me?
Yeah. I took out my mic. I wanted to check something out, so I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you once I took out. I'm about to put the mic in and see if that's what's causing it to go low. All right.
Okay. So you can hear me?
I'm good, Sharon. How are you? Yeah.
How the sound on your end?
Sound is good. How I'm looking? How I'm sounding?
All right. Yeah, man, you're straight, man. We could hear you.
All right.
Yeah, we hearing you loud and clear as usual. Every Tuesday you good, man.
Nah,
I'm the one with the issues.
It'd be my phone, man. It'd be my phone, I guess, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, Sharon, I'm good.
I'm
Just waiting for people to log on. You know what I'm saying? Another Tuesday, give thanks we here. Another Tuesday.
That's right.
Yes, sir. How was your day, bro? Uh-oh, you look like you, uh-oh. See the circles. I see the frozen screen. Let me make sure my internet is good money. Yeah.
Yeah, you were loading for a second. I don't know if it's on my end or your end. We might have some issues with the signal because I don't know how the bars are looking today.
Nah, I had switched to the 5G.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I switched over.
So yeah, we good.
Yeah,
we good. We supposed to be good.
That's what's up, man. So once again, another Tuesday, we here. Shake Dizzy, Mr. Wallstreet, aka the Educator. You know, every Tuesday, 6 p.m. log in. We talking about real life stuff. You know what I mean? Brooklyn bad walk on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's one of my boys.
Yeah.
Big up yourself. You hear that, dear man?
Word.
Dash to the world.
You know what I'm saying? So before we get it started, like I always do, Ben, say a quick prayer. I pray that everything we say today is nothing but truthful and positive information that you can use to motivate you, and you can use it to just motivate you and be educationally more inclined in life. All these things we ask in your name. Amen. Yeah. So,
Amen.
you know, we just the topic that I wanted to talk about was mental health. You know what I'm saying? Talk that mental health. Just us as men, you know, females as well, but us as men in general need to make sure that we could have so much weight on your shoulders sometimes trying to accomplish everything, you know what I mean? Trying to feel like you're trying to conquer the world sometimes, you know? And sometimes as men, we're made to always like check on your other half, check on your moms, you know, if your dad's around or whatever the case is. We're the ones who's supposed to check on everybody, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of times we don't really got nobody to check on us.
You know, I heard a saying once that says the how did it go? The strongest column carries the most weight.
Yeah.
Or bears the most weight, right?
Yeah.
And when you think about it, a lot of times we strong because that's the only option we have.
Right.
Is to be strong, right? And a lot of times people look at us because we're already expressing that strength because the way we carry ourselves, the way we think, the way we move, the things we say, right? Just our whole demeanor and everything, attitude, right? But a lot of times people don't know that we really going through it on the inside.
We be going through it sometime, but we don't show it.
Yeah. How do we express that?
Yeah.
How do we, even when you're in a relationship, I feel like for a man to be vulnerable, and that's what women want us to be, vulnerable. Come share all the things that we going through on an emotional level. They say we hold everything in and all of that. But that comes with a certain level of trust.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That comes with a certain level of trust because the female has more emotion than us males, right? And a lot of times they are not disciplined with that emotion. So as soon as we might have a disagreement or an argument, then here you're going to throw whatever I just told you, me being, vulnerable with you, up in my face.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying all female does that, but I'm just speaking generally. It's something. So
that's
us as males.
God.
Us as males, there is a lot that we go through on a mental level where it's really important for us to find outlets.
Right. So whether some of them outlets, because to piggyback off what you were saying, and to top off back what I was saying, like who's to check on us. So sometimes we may have somebody, sometimes it might be a brethren, you know what I'm saying? Or sometimes you just got to take some of that time out on your own, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? They say what they want, but it's just another niche response. Just a cliche response to what they want from a man. Yeah. At the end of the day, I think that's always going to be a tough. I don't even think. I mean, we may think that a woman keep it 100 with us, and they might not all keep it all the way 100 either. That's a whole nother.
Hey, we just have to understand, like, she's studying you and you're studying her.
Fact.
It's a journey.
Yeah. So like you were saying, a female. I don't want to say that.
Real flex. Big up yourself.
Yeah.
Pop it to the world.
Yeah, I don't necessarily want to say they have more emotion, but I know they display their emotions a lot more than they show their emotions a lot more than
we all have emotions.
We hide our joints until it overflow and then we get into a breakdown situation or you know what I'm saying. But what we got to do is like you said, find an outlet. Whether that's going to the gym, that's your little zen time for yourself to get your little exercise. Whether it's going for a run, you know what I mean? Going out, your music. If you do music, or just going for a drive, listening to some music, hanging out with some of your real good friends, which is nothing but positive energy. Like that, sometimes you got to do that. Like just link up with your peoples. Like you know what I mean? Like tomorrow, I'm trying to link up with my boy tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
This week, yeah, you're right. And I mean, when you have that circle of friends that you can really, you know what I'm saying, reach out to. Like I've been blessed, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been blessed to have some real people that I can reach out to.
Yeah.
That have been around for some years.
Right.
And I've also I've had to go through some learning experience that not everybody is who they say they are. Right? You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes when you're having a conversation with someone, you don't necessarily want to say to them, yo, this stays here or whatever.
You're hoping that they should already know that.
Bro, that's just how I grew up. You know what I mean? Like, someone confides in me, it's staying right here. There's no need for it to go anywhere because the conversation happened right here.
I feel like if you know that what you're about to say,
before you say it, you say, "Yo, listen, I'm about to tell you something, but don't say no." I feel like you probably better off not even saying what you're about to say.
Yeah, but we talking about mental health,
Yeah,
right? We talking about
yeah, yeah,
outlets, right? Because if maybe if I don't say it, you might hear about me.
yeah.
You know, depending on what it is.
Depending on your situation.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. I get what you're trying to say.
Right. And it's levels
Yeah,
to it. You
yeah.
know, there are some simple things that you just want to have a conversation with your boy, or you know what I'm saying, a female friend that you might confide in, and you were like, yo, keep it right
Right,
here. You know, I just want to share that
right.
with you. But then it just get blows up in your face. And to me, that's a learning lesson. And for me, how I deal with stuff like that, not to kind of like drift from the main topic, but how I deal with stuff like that, I would think about how to respond to that,
Yeah,
right? And if I feel like it warrants me responding or dealing with it, I do it. If not, I just say, you know what, lesson
yeah.
learned. Lesson learned.
That's a fact.
You
So
know?
look, your boy said, you know, listen how women be asking dudes to cut their dudes off sometimes. I think that's a red flag on a chick. If you with a chick and she trying to get you to cut your dudes off, that's a red flag. Cause we already know a chick could be temporary, seasonal, whatever no disrespect to any females, but and it's vice versa too. If a dude is trying to make a girl, you know, cut off her female friend, that's a red flag because who's to say?
Well, well,
I
well.
mean, hold on. I know there's levels to it because if they're coming from a genuine place of they could see that your boys is no good for you, or you could see that your girl's friends are no good for her, then that's a whole nother topic. But if we're just talking about a person who's just trying to keep you for themselves, your boys could be
Mhm,
A1, the type of dudes that if
mhm.
something happened and your car break down,
They
and
did.
your car break down in the middle of
Mhm.
a snowstorm, rainstorm, you know you could depend on them. She telling you to cut them off.
If you're in Florida, it's gonna be in the middle of a
Whatever
sunstorm,
the
boy.
case, whatever the case may be. But like I said, it's levels to it now. If you may know you got
Mhm.
some friends that ain't really official. Sometimes a real official chick could come into your circle and peep that and be like, yo, out of your 5 friends, XXX, they good people, but I don't think Mike and John, I don't think they really for you. That's totally different.
Mhm.
That you could rate a chick like that, and vice
Mhm.
versa. Everything I'm saying could go vice versa. Just the same thing with a guy and a female. It could be the same way. You know what I mean? But and when my girl Brandy said, yeah, black people are afraid to get professional help because I think we press to be so strong that it's like you looked at as soft, and you hear a black person say, "I'm going for therapy." You know,
Like that's not the
that's not
norm,
the
but
norm. But
I don't know. I don't know. I guess we have our different ways we do that therapy, you
the,
know?
we be doing that
Um,
self medication sometimes. But sometimes
yeah,
it's not good
for
enough.
real.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's
Which is true because again, a therapist, they've been through the teaching. They understand the ins and out. They understand the whole aspect of why you need therapy. And I guess they also give you an environment, right? To to be open and be honest.
right.
But let's just be honest, yo. How many young black men even go to get their routine physical, much less go into a therapy session?
That's all. You 100%, bro. You hundred
Right?
percent.
We don't even want to go to get our routine physical just to see where we at
That's
health
a
wise.
fact.
We feel strong in ourselves, so
We
we good.
good. Men,
Can you
men
imagine?
in general.
Can you imagine someone saying, "Yo, go see a therapist"? You're like,
Right.
what? Man, I ain't going to see no therapist. What are they going to tell me? They going through it themselves, yo.
Right. That's a fact.
You
That's a
know?
fact.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a dangerous thing about honesty. Nah, it.
You know what?
I mean, I see wifey. I see you on the check-in, babe. I see mom on the check-in. What's up? I see y'all. Y'all making some good points. My homie Brandy says she goes to therapy, which is dope. You know, shout out to you. You
Okay.
know what I mean, if you could do that.
Shout out to mom on the
Yeah,
check-in. That one thing I love with moms, yo. One thing I respect and I love about mom, she's always supportive.
word.
She
She missed last
always
week.
from
Yo,
day
she missed
one.
last week and she was apologizing like crazy. I said, Mom, you cool, man. Don't worry yourself, man. Everything good.
Listen, mom, we appreciate you. We love
Yeah,
you. You
it's
already know. Tip for telling that
it's all
straight.
love. But yeah, man, like you
All love.
said, it's so much that trickles from and the men in whole, we just feel like it go back to that whole strong macho man gladiator thing where I don't gotta go to no doctor. I'm not sick, you know, and you know, it took me a while to realize like, yo, you don't gotta be sick to go to no doctor. You could just go just for a checkup. Just go
Mhm.
for your annual checkup.
Right.
You know?
Prevention better than cure. That was something we heard all our lives coming up. Prevention better than cure. Prevention better
Yeah.
than cure. And let's keep it a buck. You know, I heard someone say, yo, you know how men check their health? When a girl get pregnant and they come back and they good. From the girl. It's like,
Off the chain. That's so backwards.
yeah,
That's
yo,
backwards.
I'm
Cause
telling you,
look,
we have to
we
change
ex
that. We have
we
to.
expect our females to go get checked in once a year. They do their
Mm-hmm,
pap smear joint once a year to make sure everything's good. We
mm-hmm,
gotta go and God
mm-hmm.
has suck it up and get a
Yeah.
Dr. Two cough. You know what I'm saying? Make sure
Oh,
drop them drawers, give me two coughs.
I don't know. We ain't at that age yet.
Drop them drawers, give me two coughs. Let me
Nah,
make sure
son.
everything look
We
right
ain't at
down
that
there.
age yet. Nah,
You see what
son.
I'm saying? But this,
We ain't reached that side yet. Not yet.
bro,
I hope
so
never.
hold on. I'm talking about the
Yo,
cough part, man.
yeah,
They supposed to check that's just called a testy check, man. They supposed to check the
that's a what?
testy check.
Okay, I ain't never heard of that chick.
All right, all right. I let that go.
um,
But on the whole,
yo, Queen Brandy, you going hard
y'all
right now,
listen,
yo.
I'm just saying they gonna get their joint checked
Oh
out. We gotta
gosh.
get checked out too, you know what I'm
Uh,
saying? But
listen,
but
man, listen.
listen,
We gotta.
even
Mm,
even on a scale, like even if you feel like it ain't that bad where you gotta go physical, I'm sorry, where you gotta go to therapy, where you feel like, you know,
mhm,
because somebody might feel like that's a little extreme depending on your situation. But just hanging out with your boys every now and then. I feel like if you got a female who don't want you to hang out with your boys, that's not a good look already. I'm not talking about hanging out with them every day like when you didn't have a family. I'm talking about you just
mhm,
gonna go link with them one day, chill, y'all gonna have a couple drinks, y'all gonna eat, shoot the breeze,
mhm.
whatever it is, you know?
Yeah, I think we all as individual need that individual time. You know, even if you're in a relationship, sometimes you need that little bit of space. You know, it's not you're not doing this on a regular basis, on a weekly basis, or you know what I
Right.
mean. But once in a while,
Even
you and the
once a
boys,
month. Even once a month.
yeah, you and the boys link up. You know, you chop it up. You know what I'm saying? You go out, move around a little bit, just kind of like
With that
just
And it
breathe a little
also
bit.
it lets you know what's going on with your friends' lives, what's going on with you. Like, you know, y'all can
Right,
come up with ideas and bounce off of each other. Yo, what you know, even if it might not even be a situation was down, it could be a situation like, yo, what can we do to elevate ourselves? You know what I'm saying? You know,
right, right. You know what? I'm glad you touch on that because you know what we need is a group of masterminds that we could come together, brainstorm, and bring ideas to the table. Because at the end of the day, as a man or as a visionary or as a leader of your family, you should have a vision for the family. And maybe sometime you might not have a vision, but you're around a group of friends that might have ideas that they bring to the table, and you'll be like, wow, you know what, that makes sense. And you can come together as a group and make
and make
something
it
happen.
happen.
You know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily have to be an individual
Right.
thing,
And
right?
and not to
So,
cut you, I think that's a problem with in our community a lot of the times is that,
mom said she's not
huh?
hearing. Mom said she's not
So
hearing.
hold on there. Mom, you the only one not hearing? Let me see something. Anybody else not hearing me? If y'all hearing, let me take off this mic and see what happened. How we sounding?
I'm here, and it seems like everybody else is hearing, but I don't know what's going on. Why mom's not
Mommy,
hearing?
you pay your Wi-Fi bill this month? No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Uh,
But
yo, mine
But
up.
but yeah,
Hey, yo,
sometimes dudes look at it as a competition. Sometimes there's too much of this competition thing where we could get so much further. You know what I'm saying? Respect Brooklyn, but he said loud and
come on.
clear.
That,
You know what I'm saying?
all
Respect.
right.
It's like sometimes it's too much competition. You know what I mean? To me, especially in the Caribbean community, like one thing, not even just blacks, just you know, even with our Jamaicans and Trinidad, it's like when I hear aunts and uncles come up or whatever, it's like, yo, instead, let's work together and let's,
They don't
no,
do it.
everybody's trying to outdo the next person.
Everybody's trying to outdo. For what?
What?
It doesn't need. For me, it don't make sense. And for me, I can speak for me. I'm a person that you ask me for 10 minutes, I might give you 30 if I have it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm a person that if I have the information, I want to share it with you. And you have people that will have the information and hold it to themselves because what they want to get, they want to have an upper hand, or they want to get ahead of you, right? Because they want. In Jamaica, we have this culture of the Don, this Don culture. It will grow up in, right? The big man. So it's like everybody, especially the young youth, them growing up, have this. I won't even say everybody, but depending on the era that you grew up in, you have this aspiration of becoming the Don.
Everybody want to be
You
the
know what I'm saying? And
man.
that's for me personally. I never subscribe to that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, yo, me, I'm my own big man. You understand? Me, I'm my own done. See? And everybody around me are done in them own
Yeah,
right. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? No, you have leaders that, you could tell a leader when you see him. He don't have to say, yo, I'm a
right.
leader. It shows in his action,
Facts.
right? Even when you don't want to be that person, you're automatically pushed in that position because of just
Just
how
the
you
way how
carry
you
yourself.
think, you know what I'm saying? The way, the ideas that you come up with, that's just your God-given talent.
So brought them back. Say competition is good for growth, though. It depends on the
It
type
depends
of
on the type of
competition.
competition.
It depends on how we
Yeah,
competing. What are we competing about? You get what I'm saying? Why compete when we could collaborate? It's bringing two skill set into one and getting to the goal even faster.
yeah, because if it to me, if it's family, I shouldn't be competing with you. I
For
shouldn't be.
what?
We should be trying to build. And I'm gonna give you an example. And no discriminate. I'm not discriminating or no. There's other races. I'm not even gonna call it races, but there's other races that's coming together and they're buying up properties together and they're family members. They're coming here. They're humbling themselves, renting a house. They're all working some regular jobs, but they're not adapting to the American lifestyle, which is trying to look like they're rich when they're not rich.
Oh
Which mean they're
man.
not out buying the Gucci and the Louis and all of that. They work in a little job. We might laugh after them or whatever little job it might be. Jobs that we might not want to do,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's cut grass, taking out people trash, whatever it is. Jobs that the typical Americans or even um other citizens that come here and feel like, no, man, I'll come here, so come watch nobody sheets, and I got, you know what I'm saying? Certain people got this pride with certain jobs that they're not gonna do. There's these other cultures coming here like, what? Y'all not doing that? I'll do that. And they coming together and they saving up their bread and they buying properties. And then turn around
Mm-hmm.
and renting them out to us.
Mm-hmm.
So, humbling themselves. Humbling yourself.
But what I realized with other culture, because in the past when I used to in a different line of work, I would go in different apartments, right? And I remember one day I went into an apartment where it was a bunch of
Yeah.
Mexicans. And in one room you had like five little king size queen twin size mattress,
Hmm.
right? Everyone had their little section, right? In just one room, in the entire apartment was like 20 of them,
Yeah.
right? And I'm not saying we got to do all of that, but that's a sacrifice that they're making,
Hmm.
and they're able to lift themselves up, because everything that they make, they probably send it back to Mexico or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
right? But the point I'm trying to get across is being able to live with people or to work together, right, is so important, because it's a
It's a big
sacrifice. Just think
sacrifice.
about it. One of the heaviest bills that put a lot of family under pressure, that affects our mental health, is rent or mortgage.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you can't pay your rent, and just to be in a decent neighborhood, you still might hear 2 shots
Right.
go off, but it's somewhat, right? It's not the suburbs. You're looking at least 1600-1700 for a 2-bedroom.
That's true.
A lot of people want to get into a house so bad, right? A lot of the information get padded. They get a mortgage, get into a home that's costing them $2,500-$2,300 a
Right.
month. That's a stretch, especially if it's one income dealing
Right.
with that.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So if we had multiple incomes coming in the house, and we're able to live together, then that would reduce significantly the stress of paying these high mortgages and these high
That's
rent.
true. So what it come back to this, because I'm reading some of the comments, right? Like, so I got my cousin in here, Kingsley, big up yourself, you know what I mean? And he was saying like the roadblocks our culture face is not there for them. And I had to ask him like, what do you mean? Because yeah, we all have roadblocks. I feel like sometimes when you're not in somebody else's shoes, you don't see their roadblocks. Some of their roadblocks was just to get into this country. That wasn't one of our roadblocks. Some of their roadblocks was just to get here, but they made up their mind that when they get here, they're gonna do whatever it takes for them to succeed while they're here. When, and I'm not knocking it, I'm just telling because I grew up in a Jamaican household. And I'm from a big family. I've seen how we've not worked together. I've seen how we not
Mm-hmm.
work together. We so quick to talk about what somebody else got or what they did or what we think they did to get it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of us
Mm-hmm.
coming together and trying to, let's all put this bread together. You working here, I'm working here. One thing, we not gonna all live together, because them dudes, they willing to live together and sleep on, like you said, they'll sleep on little mattresses, and we ain't doing all of that. You know, everybody want their own space.
Yeah, but think about this though. But if you have enough space, let's say you have a 3-bedroom home or even a 4-bedroom home, right? And you have the space where at least 2 adult family could be there, like husband and wife and husband and wife. You get what I'm saying? And we could coexist. Let's say we could
That's the hard
coexist.
part.
That's 4
No, but
income.
that's the hard
It
part.
depends. Personality clash. I get it. Personality clash. People have different personality that
Yep.
clashes, right? But what I'm saying is, if we could look past the little things that is that is causing us not to be able to do things like that, we would be further
Yeah,
ahead.
that's true. But
If we,
I agree
you
with
know
you
what I mean?
100%. Even if we could overlook the little things, that the little differences, why, yo, we can't live without that person, you know, Ray, this person do this, whether they walk around in their shoes, whatever foolishness, this person is a drunkard, I can't live with him. But even if we could still come together and say, yo, let's buy an apartment, we buying a house together, and we're going to rent it out together. You know, you're going to have some family members say, nah, I'm not with that. I'm not, because it's not going to be them alone. It's not going to be theirs alone. It goes back to that,
Mm-hmm.
them wanting to do it by themselves so they could turn around.
But what do you
Huh?
do? Let me tell you what,
You,
in
you
that
do your own
case,
thing.
right? Not only that, right? Because remember, not everybody's thinking like, yo, not everybody has that kind of mindset, being that, oh, it's not mine alone, so I'm not doing it. So guess what we do? We put it out there. Yo, this is what we doing. Right? And shout out to all of my brethren them from Portmore. We have a group together, you understand? And you know, we have some optimists in the group, and we have some pessimists in the group as well. Right? And we always wanted to come together and do something as a group. And finally, we made a decision, and we have something in the works right now. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, we just throw it out there and see who is willing to
Jump
join
on
the
board.
team.
Yeah.
You get
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Throw it out. who's willing, because remember, guys, it's easier for us to get to get to a goal when it's 5 heads instead of
Yeah.
one. I might have the skill set in one area, you might have the skill set in another area, and we put those skill set together, and boom, the vision is being
No, you're
materialized.
right.
Like we get
You're
to
right.
it.
But I think it still come back to that macho man thing, because that's the only thing I could think of, or something that you said earlier when you was like, somebody might have the resources for something, right? But want to keep it to themselves. Knowing that their
Bro,
resources can help empower whatever we trying to do. But
the
it can
group,
help,
the
but they
group.
so focused on, yo, man, I use that link there for myself. Yo, it takes a real one.
Bro,
It takes a real one to use you, because you might have a link on something, right? And whatever,
yo,
right? You
preach.
might have a link on something, but that link, you
Mhm.
can't use that link yet because you're not in that position to use whatever link that is. You might have a link that say, yo, if you got 100 grand, I can get you 5 properties. I'm making something up, right?
Oh, okay, all
You
right.
might have a dude with a
Mhm.
link with a mortgage, say, yo, if you got 100 grand, I can get you 5 properties, boom, 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 I help you, da, da, da. And the
Mhm.
person would be sitting there and working and trying to save up to get that 100 grand by themselves.
I- So now, that there would have to be a lot of due diligence in a move like that.
I'm
That's
just
a
painting a
big move.
picture.
I know you're
I'm
throwing
just
out,
painting
yeah,
a
you're
picture.
throwing
My
out
point, what I'm trying to say is, he could be in a group with 5 people who's talking about, let's
Mhm.
put some bread together and buy a property,
Mhm.
not knowing the link that,
Mhm.
and I'll use me for example, not knowing the link that I have, because I'm not telling y'all
Mhm.
the link that I have, that I got a guy in the financial real estate mortgage broker business. I say, yo, if I got 100,000, he got 5 properties right now. And
So are you saying that, because I'm trying to get your position on what you're saying, right? Are you saying that you're not disclosing that, but you want them to jump on
no,
board, or what
not even
exactly?
disclosing it.
Right. No, for me, right, I would be transparent, because that is what's gonna make them get on
That's
board.
you. What I'm trying to say is other people. Cause me and you
Gotcha.
would do that.
Okay.
I know you, if you got to
Okay.
play right now, you're going to send me some type of link. If I got to play, I'm going to send you some type of link.
Sending me
That's
the
how we move. There's other people who we probably even friends with that plays come their way and they don't forward them to us.
That's true. And you know what? Let me break it down even simpler than that, Dizzy. Yo, bro, any link when me get for anything when me know can benefit any of my friend or my family, I'm telling them about it. But you know what I see? People will talk about link what them have around you in a bit. And you like, yo, you know about the link, or they make you know about it. But when you reach out and say, yo, what going on with that link there? Let me see if I could,
Work on that.
you hear the story. And I'm like,
I've experienced. I
you know what?
experienced that.
Yo, that so
I
many
experienced
times,
that.
man.
I experienced that.
You know,
Um.
and you know what I've been through as well? A mentor of mine told me, do not volunteer information to people who
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
ask.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
for me. You
Yeah.
know why? Because I'm the person that when I get the information, I'm so ready to share. Simple things like your
Yeah.
finances, your
Yeah.
credit, how to build credit. Yo, my brother just told me about this credit union around the block that they're giving out secured loans, not cards, loans that will help you build your credit and you saving money at the same time. I went around there, I opened an account, and boom, I'm building my credit. You need to go do that. People them to move. 3-4 years later, they still in the same position. Why? They didn't take the advice. And I feel like sometimes your own friends that is around you, they look at you different because you are different, right? Like I carry myself different, I move
Right.
different. See? But I don't look down on people.
Right.
Everybody's is equal in
Right.
my opinion. Until I start losing respect based on how
Right.
you move, right? We talked about that. But it's like people think that they can't do it because they're looking at you as a different type of
Yeah.
person. Like, yo, I hear that, yo, Tio. But yo, everybody could do.
And
It's
it's
not
and
that.
it's
It's
and
not
it's and
different.
it's not only that. If their mind is on something totally different, you know what I'm saying? People can
Yeah,
try to steal
broke
what you're
them. But
after if you tell too much. Now that's true. If you get too much information too, that's why you got to be careful what you say.
people, um, he said they'll start to look at you like you think you
Yeah,
better
somebody
than
might.
them.
If you always come in with information to somebody, they might be cool the first couple of times, but then when you always come with information, they might go, "Who this dude think he is?" You know what I'm saying? And
So we
to piggyback
mhm.
off,
we see a lot. We seen a lot of things in the
yeah,
chat. You know, you
I'm,
can't tell
I'm
because you know they're gonna steal your idea and all of
so
these things, right?
I wanna Bruck them said something about he was talking about relatives and family. We already know, like, some people you born and yeah, that's your cousin, but we don't necessarily consider them family.
You
We don't pass that stage. I know what you're saying, Bruck them, but I'm I'm at a level like, yo, we know that some people is just cousin by blood or brother by blood, but your
that's
bona
it.
fide brethren who used to play soccer with could be more of your family.
It's more
He could be more of
official
a family.
than your blood.
Yeah, so when I say your family, I don't
We
necessarily mean you got to be blood relative. Your family is the circle that you create for yourself. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's your family, your circle that you create for yourself. Tim, I consider you, Mr. Walter Educate, I consider you family. Yeah, you my brethren, but I consider you family because you in my circle. You understand what I'm saying?
that's it.
So we're not getting too technical as far as your blood and whatever. But even because to me, that's who we start with. That's who we really know first before we ought to start going out into school and you start going out into workplaces. You know your family members. You know what I'm saying? So it would be cool if we could
Mhm.
come together and put animosity aside, put jealousy aside, and put all that negativity aside, and we come together and focus on another thing people might have a problem with is it might be with them said two bull can't rule in a one pen. You know what I'm saying? So you might
Mhm.
have you might have
Yo,
an idea of investing in houses, and another person might want to invest in a music career, and you're sitting here like, I the music career is a little shaky. I think we should put the bread into the housing because we have a chance of renovating. And then the music person might look
mm,
at it. The
quick,
music person might,
the
yeah,
quick.
the music person might look at it like, nah, but me, I got bust. Trust me, just invest in the money. And I mean, you know what I'm saying? And you got to look at it like now might have some animosity towards you because you're not really trying to root with his thing, which at the end of the day is more or less going to benefit him or her. You know what I'm saying? Versus you
Mm.
saying, let's put our pool of money together and invest in something that's more
So,
solid.
so that's where you know what I'm saying we would have to take ego out of this and really put pen to paper and see what makes sense,
Yeah.
right? And again, a music career or a music bus isn't you can't really say you're gonna bust tomorrow. Like we know the internet is there now and you could get some likes and you could do some campaigns and you might get some buzz,
It's
right?
not,
But the return on investment is
it's not guaranteed.
immediate. It's not as immediate as a return on investment if you're
And
flipping
it's
a
not,
property.
and
Even
it's
though
not, and it's not
time is
guaranteed. You could sign a messed up record deal and you don't get paid because the record label's getting all of the money because you're so quick to sign a record deal. You don't realize that you're
there you
getting
go.
paid pennies. You know what I'm saying? And all your
There you go.
families are that,
Yeah.
and that's even if you make it because there's so much people that's trying to get into it. But I once again, that might be a bad analogy, but my point is just that sometimes if you get a group of family members or friends together, 10 to 15 people, and y'all trying to pool all y'all resources together, you may have one or more people that's trying to have a main idea and then might get
Mhm.
upset and not willing to participate if their idea wasn't chose. If you get
Mhm.
what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So I had a situation one time where one of my childhood friends, and I said, yo, and I just wanted to test them out. And I said, yo, we're going to do a meeting in the park. I do music. Everybody know I do music. They were all doing music as well, right? But we all doing music individually. So I said, since we
Mhm.
all doing music, right? Let's put our resources together. This is the idea I came up with. Let's put our money together and instead of me just funding my one little project and the next person funding their little one part. Let's all put our money together. We push one person for at least 3 months, and we work on to the next person 3 months, and it just just go around like that, right? But before I ran that idea across, the first thing I said is, yo, let's hold a meeting and let's link up in the park at 3 p.m. And two
Mm-hmm.
people showed up out of 6.
Okay.
Just
So what you did? What did you do
push
after
my
that?
own career.
Okay, so the 2 person that showed up,
Right.
right? They didn't have they. I mean, why didn't you work with
No,
them?
one
They showed
one
up.
one was Braz, and Braz is
Mm-hmm.
still there helping out, whatever the case may be. And the other dude
Okay.
just pulled up to be able to go back to the other dudes to tell them what the whole meeting was about.
Okay, that's the
Yeah,
bird.
that was the
Okay,
bird, that was the parrot. You know what I mean? So automatically he
okay,
was
okay,
speaking for them. He's like, oh, nah, they wouldn't be
right.
down with that. So I said,
Okay,
oh,
gotcha, gotcha.
okay. So y'all must have spoke about something like this already. But once again, that's that ego thing, because it's like, oh, they'll be cool with me helping to fund their situation, but when it's time to fund my situation, they're not with that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's just sometimes, man. Like, yo, you just have to keep grinding until the team
Yeah,
comes, and that's what I
yeah,
believe. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody has different vision for themselves and their family. And as men and as head of the family, why we deal with so much I won't even say mental issue, but why it's so important for us to make sure our mental health is intact is because remember we lead in the family, right? You get what I'm saying? We lead in the family, and one of the biggest things for us is we trying to make sure that we have a consistent flow of income coming in to make sure that the family is well taken care of. The roof is provided, that the protection is provided, shelter, and all of these things, food, clothes. You know what I mean? The things that a man is supposed to do for the family, right? And when a man cannot provide for the family, that's when it start messing with his psyche. So when you see the opportunity to partner with your boys or with your friends, and because you're seeing not only a way out for you, but a way out for them, because let's be honest, majority of us is going through similar things. The focus for most of us is trying to get financial freedom, trying to be financially free where we could do the things that we want to
yeah.
do, not only the things we have to do,
That's true.
right? Yeah, so it's really important because this mental health thing goes way beyond just me being
Yeah,
depressed or me feeling. You get me? Like I remember I was at a certain stage in life where things was looking real grim. You understand? Like there wasn't. I always had a positive outlook. I always kept positive. I always was an optimistic person,
yeah.
right? But at the time where I was at the time, my reality was what it was. Like it was
And
looking
I think we
bleak.
all go through that.
We all go through that, right? And I remember because I'm a people person, and I remember like I wouldn't even want to be on the phone talking to nobody. Like I realized I was just going to work and coming home, and I was by myself, and I wasn't talking to anybody. And one day the thought came across, and I was like, "Yo, what's going
Yeah,
on?" Right? I realized something was off. Like this is not me. So I called my mom. I was like, "Yo, mom, something going on,
yeah.
yo. I don't feel be around nobody. I'm just going to work, come back. I'm not. I'm just in the
Feel like a
room.
robot.
I
Feel
don't
like
know
a
what.
robot. It's just the same dead routine
Right?
over and over again.
Yeah. So she was like, "You need to go to the doctor." I'm like, "For
Yeah,
what? What am I going to the doctor for? Theo, that can be serious and Ray, you might be depressed and this and that." I say, Mom, if I'm depressed, I thought myself into this
right,
depression, and I could think way
right,
out of it. I'm not to the doctor for them to prescribe no medicine to get me even deeper into something that I created for myself, because what depression is just you repeating a negative thought over and over, and you just going deeper and
right,
deeper in it. You get what I'm saying? So there's different ways. And again, some people depression is worse than others, where it's something traumatic that they've been through throughout their life. Like people growing up, when you're a child, your childhood really dictates your self-confidence and your self-image and stuff like that, right? So for me, I grew up feeling good.
Right.
I grew up with love
Right.
around me. You get, I didn't know about depression until I came to America, bro.
Mm.
And that's when I realized, growing up in Jamaica, I had real love around me. Because coming to America, I realized there was no
Right,
love.
because
People
but
pretend.
sometimes it's hard to know when you're in it. You got to be upset. You got to be removed from your situation to realize, and that's a lot of things in life. Because sometimes it could be relationships, it could be a job. It goes back to that old saying,
Mm-hmm,
the grass ain't always green on the other side, right? Because
mm-hmm,
you're in this whatever situation you're going through in life, right? It can have 90 good things and 10 bad things, and you focus on the 10 bad things, right? So
mm-hmm.
you might want to
Right.
remove yourself out of that situation. So it could be a job, and you all you see is these 10 bad things, and you remove yourself from it,
Mm-hmm.
and you go find a newer job, believing that you're gonna get 100%, right? And you go there, and
All
you
right.
go there. Now you got 20 bad things in this new job, and now
Mm-hmm,
you're looking at your old job like, damn, I ain't really appreciate it. I'm just using this as an
mm-hmm.
example. It could be a relationship with you and another female. You
Right.
could have been focusing on her
Right.
little one or two things that you didn't like. I don't want this no more. You
Mm-hmm.
break up with her and go get another chick, and that girl putting up a front in the beginning, right?
So so you're right. You're right, Dizzy. But let me answer Brock them bad question. He said, "What if you can't turn off the thoughts?" Right? Now, as I said, you have people who are experiencing depression on different levels, right? You have you have let's use a soldier for example. You have a soldier that he enlisted in the army just so that he could have a consistent stream of income coming in, right? He wasn't really trying to go overseas to go in no war or nothing like that. He wanted some form of stability, so he decided that he wanted to go in the army. He probably wanted to go to school and not pay for it. So let me go in the army. These are the different perks that they throw out, right? Boom, they're in basic training. They're meeting a whole bunch of new people. They start building friendship and relationships in basic training. Boom, America decides that, yo, PTSD, there you go. America decides that, yo, we're going to war because we're trying to spread this democracy in every country that is on this earth. So we go into war and tell these people how to live their life. You go to war. Remember, you in this for a paycheck. These people in it because this is what they believe in. This is their reality. See, the person you in training with, you go in war, the first day in battle, a gunshot take him out. A RPG take off half of him body. You look upon that, you shock. All that
Right.
trauma that you made it out. But all that trauma you experienced, now you back in a world that you once considered to be
Yeah.
normal, that is no longer normal to you anymore because you don't experience all that, you seen all that killing and
Right.
carnage,
Right.
and you that before. How do you get out of that? I don't know,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Those are people where
professional.
you need. Yeah, you need professional help and stuff like that.
But if you sitting down at home and running through your brain the things that you don't have, and you feeling bad, you on Instagram every day looking at everybody profile like they living their best life and you not, right? You can help yourself. Turn off it's all about discipline at
Yeah.
that point. See?
Yeah.
So you have to do, take a break from
Yeah.
Instagram.
Come off of it.
Put it down for a little bit. Go
Yeah.
exercise. You cannot wait until you feel like exercising to go exercise. You're gonna have to move until you feel like
Also,
moving.
there's also if you're not the exercise, because everybody is not this quick want to go and exercise. There's a bunch of motivational speeches you can watch on YouTube. There's a bunch of motivational speeches you can watch on YouTube
There you
to help
go.
spark.
And when you see when you watch this, guess what happened? You realize you are not
Yeah,
alone.
yeah. I like it.
You
Yeah,
realize many people like you that is going through the same thing, and people in worse situations than you that lift themselves
nah,
up. So what you thought was a heavy burden was really a light
Right, because
feather.
sometimes
You get what?
sometimes we got to do the reverse thinking. Instead of thinking about everything that's not working for you, you look at everything that is working for you. How much things you how much
Right.
things how much things you do have. You know what I'm saying? So flip that
Correct.
and stop looking
Agreed.
at the glass as half empty and look at it as half full. You know, because I
There you
always look
go.
at it
There
like
you
this: no
go.
matter what you're going through, somebody going through it 10 times worse than you. No matter what,
There
no
is.
matter what,
There
you
is.
know. So there's always light at the end of the tunnel. It's
Let's
just for
see
us,
that.
like I said, whether it's like me, one of my things is clear my mind is going to play some basketball. You gonna shoot around. You gotta find what it is that clears your mind. You know what I'm saying? There's always a balance with everything. There's always a balance for everything because you can't be on Instagram all day thinking that you're going to be productive. If you're not on Instagram all day looking at, because there's educational stuff on Instagram, but along with a lot of BS, with also some comedy, because there's nothing wrong with a little comedy here and there. But the
Listen.
same way we could quick to share a little comedy joke is the same way we should be able to share some information so that's going to uplift
Mm-hmm.
somebody, or it's the same way we could share a motivational speech that could motivate somebody to
Mm-hmm.
move. A lot of times people are so quick to share the quick jokes and the laughs because everybody loves a good laugh. Come on now. What there wouldn't be,
No,
huh?
to be honest, laughter is one of the best
Right.
medication. Let me say this. I'm gonna say this. So my brother brought them but Dash. He was asking how to overcome the depression if you can't stop thinking. Let me tell you what cannot coexist with laughter. Depression. If you turn on this TV and put it on something comedic, something that you know you're gonna laugh, it is gonna remove you from that mental space that you're
Right.
in, and you're gonna be in a you're not even thinking about what you were thinking about that was keeping you depressed. You're now watching this stand-up comedy, and pretty soon you might not laugh at the first few jokes, but
Yeah.
eventually you start
Right.
laughing.
Right. Right.
You
Right.
will start. So these are the things that we have to consciously start
Yeah.
doing. You get
Now
what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
These are the things that we really consciously start doing because
Les
listen,
Brown.
we
Yeah,
have
that's my
uh,
man, Les Brown. I don't know about, I got to look up Zig
here,
Ziglar.
here things here go
Yeah.
already now. Zig Ziglar the
Yeah,
pastor
I
man.
gotta
Zig
look up
Ziglar the
Zig Ziglar,
like
but you see, I learned something new today. I'm gonna check out Zig Ziglar. You know what I mean? But
Zig Ziglar is
I
the
know about
salesman.
Les Brown because something that he talked about, like
Yeah.
even one of his first speeches, he was mad nervous. He couldn't even get the words out on one of his first speeches.
I'm
And
telling you, I'm
somebody looks at him, who's a big motivational speaker, and probably like, yo, you lying, man. There's no because the man manifested his his preaching and his stage presence so much, you
yo,
wouldn't know.
hold on. I have to shout out to I Love Sinclair. Yo, I Love Sinclair. Jim Ron,
Yeah.
that's my
So
mentor.
I gotta
Jim
check
Ron,
him out too.
that is
That's
my
I'm
mentor.
gonna check him out
Ron,
too.
that will tell you how to
You know what I'm
level up.
saying?
I would tell you how to level. When I started myself, my self development process, Jim Rohn is one of the first people I came
That's what's up. So
across.
everybody who in here, make sure y'all check out the gym run. You know what I mean? Like this is things that we supposed to be doing as a people, sharing these type of things to help uplift us because we're not sure one motivational speaker might not touch you as another motivational speaker might.
Mm-hmm,
You know what I'm saying? And
mm-hmm.
these is just things to spark our psyche to get it going, just to get it going. You know,
Um,
because like I said, sometimes we get this information and we don't act on it. You might have to find a different avenue. Like, yo, how can I get these gears moving? But the main thing is just to
mm-hmm,
get the gears moving, and if
mm-hmm.
more,
That's
if motivational speech and stuff is not your thing, once again, just sometimes getting out the house, you know what I mean? And doing some chores, whatever it is, just to get out of this, sitting in the couch, TV remote in your hand, beer in the next hand, you know what I'm saying? Just getting out and making some type of movements, exercising, running, jogging, listening to music. These are these things, going for a walk in the park. These is all things that can help stimulate your mind. You know what I'm saying? and
Mhm.
and get creative ideas going and stuff to go on. You know what I mean?
And you know, the next thing where a lot of people, and we might think that, you know what I'm saying, you know, as a culture, I don't think a lot of us do this, but meditation, bro. Quiet in the mind, even for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. If you think about it, your mind keeps running every second, man. Right? If you can figure out, or if you can set aside 5, 10 minutes out of your day and try to quiet your mind, that in itself helps you with all of the depression, all of them. You can just get a moment to just hear yourself, and you realize some of the things that you're thinking, like, yo, like you could hear yourself think
Right,
now.
right.
See? What we need to do as an individual as well is we need to be conscious about the things that we're listening.
Yeah,
Dave Goggins, that's the next one. That man is a
yeah. I'm gonna come
beast.
back and check all these joints out. David Goggins. I gotta check him out too.
Yeah, that man is a
That's
beast,
what's
bro.
up.
But again, we have to be conscious about the things we listen
Yeah,
to, about the things we
yeah,
watch, right? Because when you think about it, you know, just think about your mind as a glass of water that's dirty. That's the current state of our minds. That's why we're depressed, right? Just think about our mind as a glass of dirty water. The only way we're going to get that dirty water out is to start pouring clean
yeah.
water in it.
Pour
That's
clean
it.
water in,
Start
and it
pouring.
might.
And what is the water? That's the information we decide to start
Right.
coming in.
And the people that you surround yourself with. So,
There
you
you
know,
go. See, we can't choose family, but we can choose
yeah. And
friends.
and once again, no, you can't choose your relatives because we can choose our family. Like I said, my definition of family is my people who I circle, who is in my everyday circle, my people who I check on and everything. So, yeah, you could be my relative, but I don't consider you family because,
Yo, bro, everybody
yeah,
easy, you know. I know what you I know what you're saying,
yeah.
Shake, but you know what
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean.
but that's a fact though. Like you said, it all goes the information you listening to, like some of the music. Like when I hear certain songs, I just gotta cut it off because I already know what are you talking about. Like I feel so bad, like even just not to call Shorty out, but like Meg Thee Stallion and when she says her thought song, like what are you telling my daughter? So you singing about a thought song, I'm a thought or whatever it is. Like what are you telling my daughters? Right? I gotta cut that off because I
Um,
feel bad that there's probably young girls that's listening to this and singing this crap or the WAP song. You dig what I'm saying? Now you taking their mind off and elevating their mind, and now every female they thinking that they gotta put their body out here, and that's the only way they're gonna be popping. Or if that's it, 9 times out of 10, dudes don't want to wife nothing like that. Dudes is not trying to wife up nothing like that. You dig what I'm saying?
only a different kind of dude trying
The
to wife that. You know what I'm saying?
cornball dudes who looking for status come up, they'll wife that. You got they using the females, the Cardi B's and all that. This how I know Cardi B smart as hell. When her WAP song was playing, her 3 years, she was doing a live, and her WAP song was playing. Her 3 year daughter came out, and the girl hustled to cut the WAP song off. So what that mean? What that mean?
Can come on
You
now,
dig?
come on.
So
Like
come on, they know.
they look, they're looking at it as this is a check
Right.
for them.
And they looking at it like, yo, it's not my job to raise your kids. You gotta raise your kids. All right, yeah, you got a point about that. But not when it's getting played all through the speakers on every airway and every car that's driving past. You understand what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
yeah, you saying
But
that.
oh, you know, there was a moment where Cartel. We all know Vibes Cartel. Cartel was he's such a huge influence, not only in Jamaica in the dancehall scene, but worldwide now, right? His influence, I mean, global. And he was on an interview once, and they asked him, "Do you think you have a personal responsibility with the influence that you have over your listeners to make sure that you're delivering the right content, or especially for the kids that listen to you?" And basically, he said he's not responsible because every parent has the responsibility to grow their own children. He's an entertainer. So he's not the only one that see it like
Right.
that. They're looking at it like I'm running a business. Because we could even spin it like pharmaceuticals. Like we all know that these drugs have crazy side
Right.
effects, but they look like they're helping when they're doing more harm than good. But that's not how it's being promoted.
Yeah.
You know, there was something I wanted to touch on. Philip, yeah, big up Philip. You don't know it already, brother. So he was saying purify the body, detox the body. That helps with the mental as well. You know, go on fasting. Try to fast for a day, a half a day. For those who don't know the benefits of fasting, look it up. There's a lot of benefits that comes in fasting. Get all them toxins out your body. Give your organs a
Yes,
rest.
sir.
You understand? Drink some
And
aloe vera. I don't mean the one. I mean the
right.
gel. Because everybody like aloe vera bitter. Yo, listen, the gel is
Life and
not.
death in the power of your words. That's 100%. So I ain't gonna lie. I would like. See, that's the young cartel. I would like that question to be asked him again today, and one to be answered the same way. Now, depending on his mindset, he might, because sometimes, to me as an entertainer, you have to kind of try to stay consistent to what you kind of believe or what you say. But once again, I feel like any person who's raising kids, it's different when you don't have kids or whatever, because to me, you feel a disconnect of raising a family because you don't have kids. But once you have kids and you're raising, that's when I know I became real aware of what I said, what I did, how I moved. Even sometimes I catch myself when I'm talking to my kids and I say, watch out. And I say, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Right? As simple as they 6 and 3, because I turn around and I tell them that they're supposed to say, excuse me. But when I hear them
Right.
talking to each other, they say, watch out. And I'm like, yo, damn, that's me. They get that from me. So I gotta correct myself. Yo, damn, sorry, excuse me, baby.
And you have to be humble enough to apologize
Right.
too. I go
Right.
through it. Come on, too.
We human. We human. So it's easy so it starts with us. So to me, as somebody who do music, I had to be conscious of what I'm putting out there, because like somebody said, I think it was Philip who said, your tongue, it speaks life and death. So you could be saying, yeah, I'm making a song for me and men up here, you're supposed to watch your kids. But if this song is getting pushed out into the masses and you got a machine, you got a record label, you have a record deal, and they could get your song played to millions of people, to me, that's when you have to say, I got a responsibility to say, I got to watch what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy? And I know we got to wrap up soon, but I just wanted to touch on this. And this is systemic that I'm going to say. But it's cool for black people to sing destructive music to black people, but as soon as it's targeted to
a different
the
race,
other color,
a different culture,
then all these rappers have to go up and apologize. Songs get pulled and all kinds of craziness.
Cancel culture.
And right, it's that's not accepted. You're talking about drugging white girls. Rick Ross had some issues with that. You ever talking about drugging a white girl and all of that? No, you got to apologize.
The baby went through that.
Right. How many songs come out daily about killing your brother, about defiling your sister? Like Meat Mills right now have a tour bus going around that is causing all kinds of craziness with black women with all kinds of their body part just hanging out, man.
It's sad, bro, because at the end of the day, they accepting it. They feel like they call themselves a bad B now. They call themselves a bad B. Before, couldn't call a girl a B word. Now they telling you they calling themselves, I'm a bad B. So what changed? 10 years ago, you couldn't call a girl a B. 10 years ago, you couldn't call a girl a B and not expect to get slapped, or her brother coming to punch you in his face, or his father coming to check you or something. Now they like, I'm a bad B. What's good? That's the manipulation. So as a whole, it's just for us to elevate, watch what we listening to. Like I said, we got to wrap it up. Watch the type of music you're listening to. Watch the type of the programs that you're watching. And then the beautiful thing about the internet, you choose the information you want to listen to on the internet. So if you're sitting there going and choosing to watch derogatory videos versus over informational stuff that's there, we talking about NFTs. We talking about how we missed out on the Usain Bolt NFT. This is the type of thing I get upset about. Like, damn.
How many people knew that Usain Bolt has an NFT? How many people know what an
You dig what
NFT
I'm saying?
is?
So these are the type of things that we got to be talking about instead of talking about, yo, who about to sign up what basketball team? You dig what I'm saying? Listen, let's pay attention to
Man,
what.
we need to be having these meetings. We talking about
Right.
crypto. We talking about options. We talking about forex trading. We talking about real estate investment. We talking about intellectual property. We talking about ownership. We talking about LLCs.
Talking
You
about
get
life,
me? We
talking about
talking
life
we
insurance,
talking about financial freedom,
life insurance.
life
You know what I'm
insurance.
saying? So,
Give me a call if you need
you
some
know what I'm
quotes.
saying? But, like I said, we running past our time. But once again, it's just for us to just, you know, stay away from all that negativity. When you feel down, try to go out, get some air, refreshing your mind, surround yourself around some good friends, good energy. And these are the type of things where we can kind of self-meditate ourselves. If you're in a real deep if you're doing that and that's still not working, you might need to go see a therapy or a therapist. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of little things that just men as we go through, just trying to carry the world on our shoulders, where sometimes it's linking up with some
Yeah,
good people and just bouncing ideas off each other, or just going out to just play some ball with your people. I'm about to play some ball with my friends tomorrow. This is just a way to just get clear your mind. You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Hurt yourself,
Yeah.
man. Them bones old,
Huh?
man. Say don't go out there, go hurt yourself, man. Them
Nah.
bones
Just a
old,
light
man.
little sparring and shooting around. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Just a light.
I'm just messing with
Yeah,
you, man.
yeah.
So for all the wives in the that is on the live, for all the girlfriends that's on the live, love on your man for a little bit. You know what I mean? Like just love on him for a little bit, because he got, especially if he's doing what he's supposed to do, right? If he's handling his manly business, just know that there's a lot that he's going through on a mental level that he might not be sharing, because he don't want to put that burden on you. So just love on him for a little bit. All right, and that's it for me
Yeah,
today,
that's a
yo.
fact.
It's definitely a
We
pleasure.
just gotta watch. We watching, listening on TV. Even like Brockman said, there's a lot of regular foolishness on regular TV now, bro. Regular TV. They got everything going on regular TV. You don't even gotta wait till after 9 o'clock no more. It's right there, 7, 6 o'clock in your face.
Bro, remember when we used to have to watch BT way back, like 1, 2
Uncut.
o'clock
You
in the
don't even
morning?
need to watch
Oh,
everything. It's straight up uncut now. Without the uncut, it is what it is. And that's every TV show. They got man and woman and all of this. And I guess they're trying to say they equaling it out. But like I said, we just gotta uplift our minds. Reading is fundamental. Somebody said that. I read that. It's very important. Read some good books. And like I said, pay attention. Robinhood got something where they got IPOs where new companies are just coming out. You could jump onto that when you look up a company and they let you know that they're about to start selling stocks, and you could jump on it early and have an opportunity to
early.
capitalize on that. So investing is the way to go, and just positive information. Also, we didn't really touch on it. You can look for a spiritual outlook as well. I'm not telling you which direction to go, but spirituality helps as well. You know what
Quality.
I'm saying? So with that being said, we're gonna close out, man. Every Tuesday, 6 p.m. We coming in here,
Listen, spread the word,
spread the
guys.
word.
Spread the word. A lot of information being shared over here. It's all love over here,
Nothing but positivity,
It's all
upliftment.
positivity over here.
Nothing but
That's
positivity
it.
and upliftment.
Every Tuesday at 6 p.m., me and my brother Shake Dizzy Wallstreet, aka the educator, we here. We just sharing, just sharing some good energy, sharing some good information, and keeping
Yeah,
it going. Tap
feel free to DM us at any time, any conversation you want to talk about. I got music coming out. Go always check Shake Dizzy on any streaming platform. Any type of financial and life insurance information, you could DM at the educator. You know what I mean? And blessings to everybody who tuned in. Nothing but blessings, love, and blessings to each and every one of y'all.
respect,
Hope that y'all
respect,
can come in next
respect.
Tuesday. And have a great week, man. Have a great week, man. We're gonna see y'all next week, Tuesday. Blessing.
Bless up. You already know.
Yeah.
Was
What it look like?
busy.
What it? Let me see what I'm looking at. My music ain't even playing. There you go. We signing out.
Hear what you got going on.
Same thing. It's what it look like. That's all.
Take a look right now. I'ma show you this is what it look like. If you make a stop around the country, every hood right now. I'ma show you this is what it look like. If you take a walk through my city, take a look right now. I'ma show you this is what it look like. If you make a stop around the country, every hood right now. I'ma show you this is what it look like. This is what it look like. This is what it look like. New City City, homie, this is what it look like.
Thank you, everybody who joined in on this live, man. Hope you have a good evening, and we see y'all next week, Tuesday, on the link up, Convos with Shake Dizzy and Wallstreet. Blessings to each and every one of y'all. Love. Yo.